Being out in the wilderness, you always need ways to make fire easier to start and to keep going. So looking for different ways to find a sort of brush or tinder, etc., is very crucial in survival type situations, or you can even do it just in your day-to-day things or like vacations and stuff like that. It's never not going to be important in some sort of way, you feel me? Especially in survival or like bushcrafting type situations. And that leads to exactly what I'm going to teach you guys today, and it's a great way to find a sort of tinder that's going to make your life a lot easier, especially in wet conditions as well too, which is extremely crucial and beneficial. But before we go ahead and start talking more about that, cue intro. So to start off, what you guys are going to need is a knife or a pocket knife that's decently sized. Standard size pocket knives can do this stuff pretty decently still, you feel me? And then you're gonna need some form of a club to hammer the edge of the knife with. If you want a little bit of an easier time, if not, you can just keep hacking. But first you need to find like a tree or a sapling, kind of like this card one that's right next to me, a little bit smaller. All right, so for the example of like what size tree to get or like cut down, there's one right here in front of me. So kind of like this size, you know, and cut off the root end if you see it's falling down, obviously, and then, you know, start hacking at an angle. So if that's the bottom down here, you hack like this, then, you know, like this, and like this, until you can get it to a point, you know, where you can just get it out, you know, or like get the little chunk out. So that way you have a little piece to cut into quarters for finding the tinder, or to get the tinder that we'd like to use here for this particular video I'm making. We already got that taken care of because I have one at my house, so I figured save a tree, you know, it's a nice decent size here. First off, you start getting that, and only get what you need, you feel me? In this case we don't really need that much, so I'll get showing you guys how exactly you're supposed to work with this. Once you got the little section out that you want, make sure it's on a nice flat surface. If you can find a tree stump, it's the best way to go about it, you feel me? And use some other chunks of like the tree that you had to secure it a bit more if you want, or use some rocks or stones. Well, unfortunately, your boy's fucking GoPro decided to malfunction again here while I was cutting all this stuff out. But this is the size that you want, you know, in quarters of whatever little log chunk you decide to get. You know what else is really helpful for survival? When you guys smash the shit out of that fucking like button or destroy the fucking subscribe button. It's really good for your survival when you guys do that. All joking aside, my dudes, it really does help us out here a lot and helps get this information out to even more people. So that way, you know, they can learn how to survive independently of these corrupt systems that we live in nowadays, and to, you know, eventually get themselves to thrive eventually too. But with that being said, let's go and hop right back on into the video. I'll put it up here for you guys so you just see. Get a club like this or just another part of the tree that you had, and, you know, use it as a club end. It's gonna make your life a significant amount easier, but basically just go in quarters, so half, and, you know, do that all the way through until you can split it yourself, and then do the same once you get your halves in, you know, and just cut it into quarters then. And then you're ready for the next step, so let's get to it. Pitter patter. Alright, so crickets were a little loud when we were recording the first time, so that's why we're out here. But basically, you know, once you got your quarter piece of the little log that you chopped up, go ahead and secure your knife in a flat surface of sorts, so that way it's nice and stationary, kind of like how I have it here in this wood block. It'll make your life 5 times easier, I promise. So basically what you do is, you see the point that's right here, like the ridge. Alright, so basically with that, what you do is, you want to go on each side and make a thin little layer. So just do it at a certain angle. That's about 120-degree angle at first. And go back and forth on each side. It's a lot easier with wet wood, or more like actually live wood would be a better one for sure. basically, so you get a decent little pile like that. Again, it's a lot easier to use live wood or fresher wood. Fresher, I'd argue, the better, because it's gonna be a lot easier to peel it out and, you know, get these nice little curls. Now, I got a pile of them just right here. These are fresh wood shavings. So yeah, naturally they're gonna be really good for fires, and they will burn a little bit longer sometimes even than, you know, hay or leaves, vice versa, you know. But see how easy they catch fire though? Like, it's not very hard at all to get them lit. You see? So, makes a great source for fucking fire. So, when you guys are using this stuff, it's the innermost part of the tree, and during wet conditions, that's extremely helpful because that's gonna be the driest part of the bark. Because think about how long it's gonna take for moisture to soak all the way into the very center of it. So, extremely useful in any sort of fire making situation. And that's all there is to it. Sorry about the poor light conditions. Got back home a little bit later than I intended to, and also, you know, more so just need to get fuel. I mean, that took longer than I thought. I also wasn't feeling the greatest neither. Feel a lot better now being out in nature, ironically enough, but that's a sign, you know, how good nature is for you. And being around a bunch of trees and anything like that. Pure air pollution's been bad since the beginning of forest fires and all of that, so I've been dealing with stuff a bit more, congestion and just like bad sinuses and not getting the best air quality into my body. So yeah, but that's basically all there is to it. It's really simple and easy, and like I said, using a log to your advantage to help shave off the inner part of the tree or the little log that you know, cut into sections, really helpful. And you can use whatever else for the fire, you know. But that's enough for me. What do you guys think about this stuff? Do you think it's pretty handy information, or would you like to see something potentially a little bit easier? Do you guys have any other ideas on future survival video ideas? Let me know in the comments section down below. And then if you guys made it to the end, go and leave the word timber in the comment section down below to let me know that you made it to the end. You guys are part of the 100% club. Either way, if you guys did enjoy, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me, and it also helps show me what you guys are enjoying that I'm putting out there for you. Not to mention, you know, help us get further up in the algorithm to help more people understand how to survive independently and then eventually get to thriving on their own without the help of the system. But until next time though, my dudes, please don't forget to live long and prosper, take care and peace, keep it 1,000,000% real, and as always, fuck the system. I will see you guys on the flip side.